Good morning, Andrew. How are you? Miss Nikki is going to try to teach you using a video. So, I hope this goes well, and I think it can. The good thing about the video is that you could pause when you need to. You could rewind if you are watching it a second time, or many other times you could fast forward parts that you don't need. So let's give it a try. Okay, so today we're going to talk about multiplication. Did you know that multiplication is all around us? For example, when your mom or your grandmother makes pupusas and she's trying to figure out, or they are trying to figure out how many pupusas to make, she's using multiplication. For example, let's say she's thinking, well, who's going to eat the pupusas? You, your mom, your grandmother, your sister, Stephanie, and maybe your other sister too, so the 5 of you. And let's say everyone feels like they want to eat 2 pupusas each. 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. So that's 2 pupusas for 5 people. Or you could say 5 people each want to eat 2 pupusas. That's 5 times 2. Or you could say 5 multiplied by 2 is equal to 10. Because 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 10. That's multiplication. So here's what the learning objective is today. That's what you are to learn today. I want you to be thinking to yourself, I can explain and show multiplication with beads. We've worked with this before, so this will be a little bit of a review for you. These are the beads, so we want you to be able to show multiplication using beads or whatever is in your home. It could be Legos, it could be spoons, it could be forks. But before we get started, I want to review a few words. The word multiplication also means multiply. You might hear the word multiply. You might also hear the word times, like I said earlier. 5 times 2. So multiplication is often used with the words times or multiply. Also, I want you to know that by the end of 2nd grade, by the end of May, you will have an idea of what multiplication is and what it looks like. And hopefully, when around you, you'll be able to see it and think, oh, that's multiplication. So now let's get started with the beads, and I will show you 2 models. I can also say 2 examples. Okay. Multiplication. Remember? We talked about this. Multiplication. Multiplication. I'll put it to the side. So, let's work with threes, the facts of threes. And I'll explain to you again what I mean by that, facts of 3. So what I'm going to do now if you could remember, we're going to sort out the sets of 3. Another word for set is groups. So here's 3 sets of 2. Three set of 3s. And we will first start by selecting the beads. So I have a set of 2 right there. 1, 2. That's 1 set of 2. And by the way, the word set, let's review. Another word for set is group. So I could say 1 group of 2. Okay? And here is another group of 2. 1, 2. So this is my second group of 2. In this model though, I'm going to continue by using the word set. 3 set of 2s. How many do I have so far? I have 1 set of 2, 2 set of 2, and here is a 3rd set. Here's set number 3 of 2. 1, 2. And I will show you what this looks like when we're done. Now, let's show you. We have 3 set of 2s. Oh, excuse me. 3 set of 2s. And there you go. There is 3 set of 2s. Next, I want to show you what that looks like when it comes to a math sentence, a multiplication sentence. Three let me back up. 3 times 2 is equal to, oops, wrong number, 6. So now I will show you what it looks like. Three set of 2s. Here's the 3 set. And in each set, there is 2. See, that's what's meant by of 2. And the sentence for that is 3 times 2 is equal to 6. And where do we get the number 6? That's the number of beads all together. If you count it up, 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 2 is 6. If you count by ones, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, we have the math sentence here, or you could also call it the multiplication sentence right here. And then you have these beads, and here are the words to describe what we just have, what we have right here. 3 sets of 2. Okay, now here is another example. We're going to do 3 sets of 3. So now I'm going to look for sets of 3. Look with me, okay? And if you find any, point at the phone. Okay. Is that a set of 3? Nope. Set of 4. Is that a set of 3? No. Is that a set of 3? No. No. Oh! There we go. Here's a set of 3. We're going to move it to the side. Set of 3? No. Set of 3. Set of 3. Oh, a set of 3 right here. Let me show you. There we go. Right? I'm going to move it to the side. 1, 2, 3. All right. Are we done? Let's see. It says right here 3 sets of 3. So we want 3 sets. And we only have 2 right here. 2 sets. 1 set, 2 set. Let's look for the 3rd set. Oh, there it is. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now we have 3 sets of 3. And if you, let's be clear. Of 3. That means there are 3 in each set. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. 3 sets of 3. Okay, what's next? Let's look for the math sentence. Okay, what is 3 sets of 3? Is it 3 times 1 equal to? Is that the beginning of the sentence? No, because we want 3 sets of 3. How about 3 times 4? Is that the beginning of the math sentence? We have 3 sets of 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3 times 3 it must be. Yes. Look, Andrew. 3 sets of, the multiplication sign can also be used as of. 3 of 3. 3 sets of 3. So you could think of it this way. 3 sets is represented in this first number, and of 3 is represented in this second number. So 3 sets of 3 is 3 times 3. And it's equal to, what is the total? Well, let's figure it out. 3 plus 3 plus 3 is, 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 3 is 9. So let's look for the 9. Oh, there we go. We got 9. 3 times 9, 3 times 3, oops. 3 times 3 equals 9. Yay! So let's review. Andrew, we have 2 examples right here. 3 sets of 3 is 3 times 3 equal to 9. And here's a second example. 3 sets of 2. 1 set, 2 set, 3 sets of 2. Here's 2, here's 2, here's 2. 3 times 2 is equal to 6. Do you see the pattern, Andrew? All right. All right, so let's review what we learned today. Multiplication is all around us. You can look at the kitchen, and when your mom or your grandma cooks or brings in food, then you could think about multiplication. However, let me add this. Multiplication is only when there are equal groups. So, for example, you have the 5 in your family, 2 pupusas, 2 pupusas, 2 pupusas, 2 pupusas, 2 pupusas. Each group or each person in this story has 2. It's equal, the same. Each of you have the same. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. If one person has something different, like 1 pupusa or 3 pupusas, and everyone else has 2, then multiplication cannot represent this story here, unless you take that person out and you have 4 people having 2 pupusas each. But again, if there's 5 people and there isn't an equal group, then it is not multiplication. Each person has to have the same amount, same number of pupusas. Okay, now let me show you that in our examples. See right here? This group, there are equal groups, 2, 2, and 2. And in this group, there are also equal groups, 3, 3, and 3. This is multiplication. So now we're about done. But let's review. What did you learn today? That you can show multiplication, and it's all around us. When we work together in person, again, Andrew, we will work with these beads and you will show me. In the meantime, at home, can you make equal groups? Take your Legos. Now, keep in mind, if you're going to show multiplication with the Legos, let's pretend there's Kylo that works with Legos. I know, I'm pretending, make believe. Kylo, you, let's say your grandmother. Let's just pretend all 3 of you want to build Legos and you want to be fair and you want to give each person the same, or let's pretend Kylo is a person. Each person the same amount of Legos. Then Kylo needs, let's say, 5 Legos. Then you need 5 Lego pieces and your grandmother need 5 Lego pieces. And that's multiplication. 3 groups of 5. You're gonna set up 3 groups with 5 in each. 3 times 5. Okay? So think of other stories that you could make. Can you make up other stories and tell me about it? You could do it through a drawing. Why don't you draw one out? Okay? Give me 2 stories that involves multiplication. Until next time, Andrew, I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.